Isn't it crazy what it lends to your training though? Like, you know, like while it does have this outcome at the end, you're going to perform on this day, it tends to make you so much more regimented, and I have to make sure these sessions are good. Like that, it might make you say, maybe I won't have a drink before I do my squats at the end of the week, or I'm not gonna like neck a full pizza before my deadlift session, or, you know, I won't skip training today even though I'm knackered because it's important that I get my bench in or whatever. Yeah, that's one of the things I found for myself and for everybody I coach that does powerlifting. It just makes you so much more process orientated. Each session in and of itself becomes that little bit more important. And like there's naturally trials and tribulations along the way. Like sometimes, you know, you'll experiment with stances and things like that. But like that, it's a great learning experience, and it accumulates on this day. And you must have liked it because you've done a second one since.
Yeah, it was great. It's such a good experience that first time. I was so nervous. I remember going in. I don't remember my first squat at all. Like just blacked out. Went out, hit the squat, walked out the back, looked at Shane. I was like, "Did I get it?" He's like, "Yeah, it's grand." Right, nerves were gone down. I could enjoy myself.
Yeah, I remember your first competition because I remember. I think yourself and another one of Shane's guys was standing next to each other.
Connor.
Was it Connor?
Yeah.
And he's about just standing there like deer in the headlights, and no one was using the rack. And I was like, right, you, then you, then you, then you. Let's go. You know what I mean? The warm-up area can be a bit hectic, like daunting, unless you know what's going on. So that's kind of like an unwritten rule between coaches, because like Shane and I obviously know each other. We were like, right, we're just going to throw all our lads on this rack and we'll warm them all up. You know what I mean? Because it can, especially when it's your first couple of meets, it can be a little intimidating. My first ever meet, I was in the back with Jake Brennan and Eamon. I've mentioned this already. Yeah. I was in a flight of 15 lads and they were the two heaviest lifters in it. And I was like, what the fuck's going on here? Like, you know? So there was like a lot of big heavy hitters in it, and I was just there, you know?
Yeah.
So it was good. But I'm really glad that you obviously stuck with it, because one of the things particularly that I love about powerlifting is that it really has a really strong sense of community. Like, I'm sure you've made friends out. It's how you and I know each other, you know? Like, you've obviously met Raquel, you guys are friends, you've met Connor. So I'm sure, like, Raquel said you just have the like a group.
Yeah,
and you just gas each other up and stuff like that. Like, I love that. I love that that's what people get out of it. Like, obviously it's just lifting.
Yeah.
But I think it's so different to how a lot of other just regular gym sports are done. Like, I know, for example, CrossFit has a great sense of community as well. It's one of the reasons I really like CrossFit. But most CrossFit communities happen in a CrossFit box. Yeah. Whereas like yourself and Raquel don't even train in the same gym, but you can still be like a good support network for each other. So I love that element of powerlifting. So there's basically no barriers to entry. You just need a rack and a bar, and you can train. Yeah. I'm sure you've found the value in that yourself, and meeting loads of new people and things like that. You know?
It's just adding to that support system again. It's just more people with the same values as you. You know, and that's who I end up having most of my interactions with, is like other powerlifters and people that just have similar values and goals.
Yeah, and ironically, like, I always make that joke. I don't know if you've ever seen the Simpsons meme. It's like Maggie's like standing on the water bank and she's looking up at Ned Flanders' family, the CrossFit community, and Homer and Bart and Lisa are in the puddle of water as the powerlifting community. Like, I always make the joke, it's that the people that are in CrossFit are all the functional members of society that are just, you know, doing well and want to do a bit of like training, and powerlifters are all the ones whose parents didn't love them enough, you know?